Good afternoon, students. Welcome in next lecture of Math F212 optimization. Presently, we are studying the simplex method or simplex algorithm. So, in last class, we have completed special cases of simplex method. Today, we will study the simplex method in matrix form. It is absolutely same whatever we have studied till now, but in the matrix form. Means what we have the system of equation, and you know that system of equation can be solved by the matrix form. So using that concept, we will revise the simplex method in matrix form. Audio is okay.
Yes, sir.
So let us have this ready-mix problem. You are familiar with the ready-mix problem. So here we have the same problem we are taking. It is the ready-mix problem. Maximize z is equal to 5x1 plus 4x2 subject to 6x1 plus 4x2 less than equal to 24, x1 plus 2x2 less than equal to 6, minus x1 plus x2 less than equal to 1, and x2 less than equal to 2, where x1, x2 are non-negative. So to write in the standard form, first we convert it into the equation form. So for converting into equation form, we have to add the slack variable. So we have to add the slack variable. So here we have the slack variable. So here it will come the x1, x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, s4 all are the greater than equal to 0, and their cost in the objective function will be the 0. Unit cost is 0. So this can be written as 5, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, and x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, and s4. So here we have the z is equal to row vector into column vector. Subject to here we can write 6, 1, minus 1, 0. Then we have 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 into x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, s4 is equal to 24, 6, 1, and 2. So that is the representation of in the matrix form. Means here we have the problem maximize z is equal to c. Means this matrix is the c into x. So into x, this matrix is the x subject to a. So this matrix we write it as a into x is equal to b, where all the x are greater than equal to 0. So that is the matrix representation. So here I have already written. So z not c is equal to 5, 4, 0, 0, 0. X is equal to x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, s4. A is equal to this matrix, coefficient matrix. X is equal to x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, s4, and B on the right hand side. Now, so here we have the problem z is equal to cx subject to ax is equal to b, x greater than equal to 0. So this z can be written as z minus cx is equal to 0, and this ax is equal to b can be written as ax is equal to b. That is the 0z, 1z, you can say. So this can also be written as 1 minus c, 0, a, and here we have the z x, on the right hand side we have the 0 b. This we can write in the matrix form. Now we require the value of the z. right? We require the value of the z. So what we have to do? We have to take the inverse of this. So 1, 0, minus c and a, inverse into 0 b. That we will do. So here we have the 1 minus c, 0 a, z and x is equal to 0 b. Now you know that out of the x, out of x means here we have the, if you recall the Radimic problem, so how many constant we have? Anyone please? How many constant we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. It means there must be m is equal to 4. How many variables now we have? The n is equal to 6. So number of the basic variable, number of basic variable will be the 4, and number of non-basic variable will be the 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So mean any 4 will be the basic variable. So to represent the basic variable, instead of the x, we take the basic variables only. We take basic variable and corresponding cost we write, instead of the all c's, we write the only the cb, and instead of the a, we write the basis. Here this b is represented as a basis. So this is the basis. Then only whatever the matrix we have, that will be the square matrix. Otherwise you will get the rectangular matrix. So in this case, if you recall, in the very first step, x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, s4, the basic variable are s1, s2, s3, s4. If the basic variable are s1, s2, s3, s4, so corresponding cost will be so corresponding to s1, s2, s3, s4, the cost are 0, 0, 0 and 0, and the corresponding matrix in A will be the 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, right? This identity matrix. So that we can write. So CB will be the 0, 0, 0, 0, and B basis B will be the 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 0, 0, and this one. Then in the next step, if you recall, in the next step, what we have the x1 as an entering variable, s2 as s2, s3, s4 as a basic variable. So corresponding CB will be the, so here x1. So because the objective function is what? Objective function is 5x1. So corresponding CB will be the 5, 0, 0, 0. Corresponding to s2, s3, s4 are the 0. And basis for this will become 6, 4, 1, 0, then 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So means we will take the cost corresponding to basic variable, whatever the basic variable you are choosing here, and coefficient or column of the A corresponding to the basic variable, and that we represent by the B, and cost we represent by the CB. So now this matrix is the square matrix. So if you take the on the right hand side, so it will you have to write the inverse. So Z and XB is equal to 1 minus CB 0B inverse 0B, and this is the block matrix, right? Block matrix means it is the matrix of the blocks. These all are also the matrices. So this is the block matrix. So for this, the inverse is here. You remember, here I'm not going how to compute the inverse of the block matrix. So just you remember here. So inverse of this matrix 1 minus CB 0B is equal to is 1 CB inverse 0 B inverse 0 B. So when we multiply, so here you will get the Z and XB. So Z and XB will be the CB B inverse B and B inverse B. That is the value of the Z and XB. That is the value of Z and XB. And if you pre-multiply with this factor in the given equation, if you this is the given equation, in that if you pre-multiply with these matrices, right? So 1 CB B inverse 0 B inverse to the given equation 1 minus C 0 A ZX ZX and 0 B. So what you will do?
Sir,
So
sir, can you please explain again what was CB and XB?
I am saying that what is the X? X is the X1, X2, S1, S2, S3, S4. If you recall the simplex table of the ready-made problem, in that in the first table we have the basic variable as a S1, S2, S3, S4. In the second table basic variable are X1, S2, S3, S4, and in the third table basic variables are X1, X2, S3, S4. We have the three table there in that ready-made problem. So in this case, the CV is equal to C is what? C is the 54000. So corresponding to S1, S2, S3, cost are 0000. Corresponding to XV, the cost are 5000. X1, S2, S3, S4. Corresponding to X1, X2, it will be the 5400. This is the corresponding cost. Similarly, B is what? Here here A is what? Original A is what? 6410, right? 4 just 61 minus 10, 61 61 minus 10 and 4 4211, 4211 and 10000000010 and 0001. That is your A. So this is the corresponding to X1, this is corresponding to X2, this is corresponding to S1, this is corresponding to S2, this is corresponding to S3, and this is corresponding to S4. Similarly, this is corresponding to X1 for the X2, for S1, for S2, for S3, and for S4. So if the basic variable are S1, S2, S3, S4, so here we have the CB, and B is equal to 100000000010 and 0001. Corresponding to XB is equal to X1, S2, S3, S4. So here we have the 61 minus 10, 0100 0010 0001. Corresponding to X1, X2. So here B is equal to, we have the 61 minus 10, 4211 4211 0010 0001. That is your B. So means whatever the step, corresponding basic variable we will take, and corresponding coefficient and cost we will take. So what with that, what you will get? You will get the square matrix, and for the square matrix you can take the inverse. Inverse for this block matrix is 1 CB B inverse 0 B inverse. So if you multiply, if this is the matrix, so if you multiply, so first value will be the CB B inverse B corresponding to Z, and B inverse B corresponding to XB. Clear now? What is the capital B? What is the small b? Small b, bold capital B.
Sir, everything is clear, but can you please repeat what is capital B?
Capital B is the basis.
Uh,
Basis, basis means it is the coefficient corresponding to basic variable.
all right, understood, sir.
It is the B. Coefficient column corresponding to basic variable.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir.
So here Z is equal to CB B inverse B and XB is equal to B inverse B. So in the original equation, in the original equation in matrix form, if you pre-multiply, here you have pre-multiply by 1 CB inverse, 0 B inverse on both side. So here you will get 1 CB inverse A minus C, 0 B inverse A into Z, X is equal to CB B inverse B into B inverse B. So if you multiply, what you will get? Z minus CB B inverse A minus C into X, and here we have the B inverse A is equal to on this side we have the CB B inverse B, and here we have the B inverse B, right? So that is the structure of the simplex method. That is the Z row, body part, solution, right hand side. So that we have in the simplex method. So that I have written basic. Generally, what is the structure of the simplex method? Simplex algorithm. VV, X1, X2, S1, S2, S3, S4. Solution. Here we write the Z, 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 Z. Then the value of the Z. Then here we write the basic variable, and here we have the body, and on this side we have the right hand side. So this right hand side is nothing, it is the B inverse B. This is what? This is the CB B inverse B, and this is the CB B inverse PJ minus CJ, and this is the B inverse PJ. B inverse PJ, where PJ is what? PJ is the jth column of matrix A, right? PJ is jth column of matrix A. It means this is the P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. So that is the PJ. So that we have written the table using the matrix method, right? So here we have the 1 CB B inverse A minus C, 0 B inverse A into ZX is equal to CB B inverse B and B inverse B. So on multiplication we have this. So whatever the table for the simplex algorithm you have seen in the previous chapter, the same table you are getting using the matrix method. So now question arises, what is the advantage? Why we are studying the matrix method? See, in the in the algorithm, what you have done? You have solved the algorithm iteratively. Iteratively means whatever the value you have in the first table, that you will use for the second table. Whatever the value you have for the in the second table, that you will use for the third table, right? And whatever the value you have in the jth table, that value you will use for the j plus 1th table. So what is the disadvantage in this? If you have done any round of error, any round of error or any truncation error in any table, then this will propagate in all the table, in all the preceding table, in the all the following table, right? It will propagate in all the following table. So to overcome this difficulty, we have the matrix method. Another difficulty is what? When you have to do the computer program, when you have to make the computer program, there you have to make the simplex algorithm. But due to the matrix means for each iteration you have to specify in the unique way what is the entering variable, what is the leaving variable, what will be the row operation you have to perform. Then only you can do the you can get the following iteration. But in the matrix method, nothing you have to specify, because everything depend over only the one matrix, that is the B. B is the basis. It is a collection of the column corresponding to basic variable. So whatever the round of error you have to do, that you have to do in computing the B inverse. That will not propagate in the following iteration. That will end in the same iteration only, right? That will finish in the same iteration only. That will not propagate. So that is the advantage of the generalized simplex table in matrix form over the simplex algorithm. So that I have told you. So if you recall, it is the very first table. It is the very first table, right? First iteration of the ready-made problem. It is the first iteration. So for the first iteration, basic variable are S1, S2, S3, S4. Corresponding cost. This is the corresponding cost. So that we can write as a CBB inverse PJ minus CJ. Whatever the right hand side, that is a 0, that we can write with the help of the CBB inverse B. Whatever the right hand side, this right hand side, so that is equal to the B inverse B. That is equal to the B inverse B. And the body part 6 1 minus 1 0 4 2 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1, that you can obtain through the B inverse PJ. The same formula is applicable for the optimal table or any intermediate table. The same formula is applicable, right, for the intermediate as well as the optimal table. There is no change. Means here we write the xb, here we write the z coefficient through the CB inverse PJ minus CJ, and solution by the CB inverse B, and right hand side by the B inverse B, and body part of the table by the B inverse PJ. Whether it is the optimal or initial, right? Every place has the fixed formula, right? So in both you can compare. Here you, for each table you can compare, only the difference is B inverse. B inverse is the inverse of the basis. Basis is what? It is a collection of the column corresponding to the basic variable. So for each table you have to recognize what is the basis, and correspondingly you can write your table. Let us understand any doubt in this part. Then with example I try to explain. Okay, consider the following LP. Maximize 5x1 plus 2x2 plus 4x3 subject to x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 plus x4 is equal to 10. 2x1 minus x2 minus x3 is equal to 2. x1 x2 x3 is x4 greater than equal to 0. Check Each of the following matrices are the feasible or infeasible basis. So basis, if, what is the A? What is the A here? It is the 1, 2, 2, minus 2, 1, minus 1, 1, 0. This is your A. I am saying that basis. Basis is what? Basis is the P1 and P2. P1 and P2 means this is the P1, P2, P3, P4. So P1, P2, it means it will be the 1, 2, 2, minus 2. That is the, if B is equal to P2, P3, P2, P3. So corresponding to P2 and P3, we have the 2 minus 2, 1 minus 1. And if we have the P3, P4, so B is equal to P3, P4. So corresponding to P3, P4, we have 1 minus 1, 1, 0. So we have to compute the B inverse for any calculation. We require the V inverse, and V inverse you can compute only when we have the non-zero determinant. So here we compute the non-zero determinant. So determinant of the P1 P2, determinant of the P1 P2 is equal to minus 6. That is the non-zero. So then we can say this is the basis. P1 P2 is the basis. If determinant is 0, if determinant is 0, then we say it is not a basis. It is not a basis. If determinant is 1, then we say it is the basis. So here you can say that in this case, here the B is the basis. Here B is not a basis. Not a basis. And here the B is basis. So for the basis, we must have to compute the inverse, and for the inverse, the determinant should be non-zero. So with that, we recognize which one can be the basis. Now in the following LP, compute the entire simplex table associated with basic variable x1, x2, x3, no, x1, x2, x5, x1, x2, x5, subject to minimize z is equal to 2x1 plus x2, subject to 3x1 plus x2 minus x3 is equal to 3, 4x1 plus 3x2 minus x4 is equal to 6, and x1 plus 2x2 plus x5 is equal to 3, where x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 are greater than equal to 0. If it is not written, then we say it is the 0 of x3, 0 of x4, 0 of x5. So please see carefully. Here I am saying that xb is what? xb is x1, x2, x5. So corresponding cb x1, x2, x5 are cb 2, 1, 0. cb is always row vector, xb is the column vector. Then b is equal to, say, let's say it is the p1, p2, p3, p4, p5. So corresponding to x1, we have 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. Corresponding to x2, we have the 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. And corresponding to x5, we have 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1. So this is your CB. Then we compute the B inverse. B inverse, you know how to compute. So please revise, because most of the time we have observed that students do not know how to compute the inverse. So this is the B inverse, 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5, 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5, 0, minus 4 by 5, 3 by 5, 0, 1 minus 1, 1. That is your B inverse. So what I have told you, in the simplex table, here we write the basic variable, here we write the x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, right? So here we have they have given that basic variable are x1, x2, x5. Now you have to complete this table. Now you have to complete this table. Table means you have to write the all the entries. So we know that at this place entry is what? CB B inverse B. At this place, what is the entry? B inverse B. At this place, we have the entry B inverse A or B inverse PJ. B inverse PJ. And for this place, entry is CB B inverse PJ minus CJ. PJ minus CJ for this place. So you can observe we require the B inverse everywhere, right? Here we have the B inverse, here we have the B inverse, here we have the B inverse, here we have the B inverse. So we have computed the B inverse. Thereafter, we require the CB inverse, CB inverse, CB inverse. So here first we compute the CB inverse. CB is what? 210. Now clear what is the CB? Why it is the 210? It is clear what is the CB? CB is the cost corresponding to basic variable. Basic variables are x1, x2, x5 corresponding to x1, x2, x5. CB will be the C1, C2, C5, and C1, C2, C5 is 210. Clear? So here we compute the CBB inverse. So CBB inverse will come 2 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. Then after we have to compute the CB CBB inverse B. So CBB inverse B is what? 2 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. That is the CBB inverse. And B is what? Right? B is what? 363. B is the 363. B is what? Right hand side. So it is the 363. 363. So here we have the 363. So that is the CBB inverse B. CBB inverse B. Then we have to compute CBB inverse PJ minus CJ. CBB inverse PJ minus CJ. CBB inverse PJ minus CJ. So what is the CBB inverse? 2 by 5, 1 by 5, 0. That is your CBB inverse. Right? 2 by 5, 1 by 5 and 0. That is the CBB inverse. Into PJ. Into PJ. So PJ is what? PJ is 341. That is the P1. Right? 341. That is the P1. So 341. Then we have P2 132. P2 is 132. P3 is minus 1 0 0. P4 is 0 minus 1 0 and P5 is 0 0 1. That is your PJs, right? PJs minus CJs. CJs means cost corresponding to x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. So cost are 21000. 21000. So that is your CBV inverse PJ minus CJ. So if you multiply these two, then you have to multiply with these two, then you have to multiply with these two, then we have to multiply these two, then we have to multiply these two. So when we multiply these two, so first one, when we multiply these two, so first one is the 2 by 5 into 3 plus 1 by 5 into 4 plus 0 into 1. So we have the 2 by 5 into 3 plus 1 by 5 into 4 plus 0 into 1 minus CJ minus 2. Then we have the 2 by 5 1 by 5, 0. Right? Then from the second column, we have the 1, we have the 3, we have the 2, minus 1, minus 1. So that is what? CB inverse P1 minus C1. It is what? CB inverse P2 minus C2. C2. Similarly, 2 by 5 corresponding to this, we have the 0 plus 1 by 5, 0 plus 0 into 1 minus minus 0, minus 0. That is the CB inverse P5 minus C5. So that is the CB inverse PJ minus CJ. Then we have the B inverse PJ, B inverse PJ and B inverse B. So B inverse already we have computed. B inverse and PJ is what? 3, 4, 1, 1, 3, 2, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is the, and what is the B inverse? What is the B inverse? B inverse is equal to, B inverse is equal to 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5, 0, minus 4 by 5, 3 by 5, 0, 1 minus 1, 1. That is your B inverse. So here we have, can you recall, can you remember this B inverse? Can you tell me? 3 by 5 minus 4 by 5, 1. So here we have the 3 by 5 minus 4 by 5 and 1. Then we have minus 1 by 5, 3 by 5, minus 1. Minus 1 by 5, 3 by 5 and 1. 0, 0, 1. Minus 1 by 5, 3 by 5, minus 1. That is your B inverse, right? That is your B inverse into PJ 3, 4, 1, 1, 3, 2, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. That is your B inverse PJ. B inverse PJ. Similarly, we compute the B inverse B. So 3 by 5 minus 4 by 5, 1, minus 1 by 5, 3 by 5, minus 1, 0, 0, 1. Into B, this is a B inverse into B. So B is what? From the question, B is 363. 363 means right hand side. So it is the 363. So you will get the right hand side. So when we solve this, when we multiply these matrix, you will get, right? You will get the, so here you will get Z3 minus C3, Z4 minus C4 as the minus 2 by 5 minus 1 by 5. Means here we have the basic variable. Here we have the Z, X1, X2, X3, X4, X5. On the right hand side, we have the solution. So you know that it is given to you X1, X2, X5 are basic variable. So corresponding Z coefficients are 0. And we have computed here the Z3 minus C3. Z3 minus C3 means, already we have computed this thing. CB B inverse P3 minus C3. And Z4 minus C4 means CB B inverse P4 minus C4. So that is your Z3 minus C3, Z4 minus C4. And this value will come minus 2 by 5, and minus 1 by 1, minus 1 by 5. So that is the Z coefficient. Then we compute the B inverse PJ. and B inverse B. So when we have the B inverse Pj and B inverse B, so you know that when we have x1, x2, x5 as a basic variable, so always it will come the 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. They will form the identity matrix. And non-basic variable will come minus 3 by 5, 4 by 5, minus 1, minus 3 by 5, 4 by 5, minus 1, and 1 by 5, minus 3 by 5, 1, 1 by 5, minus 3 by 5, and 1. That is your x3, x4. And right hand side will come 3 by 5, 6 by 5, 0, 3 by 5, 6 by 5, 0. And what is the right hand side? Solution is the B inverse B. Solution is CB B inverse B. So CB B inverse B is the 12 by 5. So here we write the 12 by 5. 12 by 5. So that is your complete table. So what is the advantage? What is the advantage? For writing any table, you have not to start from the initial table. Just you have to recognize what are the basic variable, what is corresponding basis, then whether this basis is feasible basis or not, means you have to check the determinant, then compute the B inverse, and from the B inverse you can compute of complete table, right? You have to compute the complete table. You can compute complete table. So here we have the complete table structure. So is there any doubt? Means this is corresponding to CBB inverse P1 minus C1. This is corresponding to CBB inverse P2 minus C2. This is corresponding to CBB inverse P3 minus C3. This is corresponding to CBB inverse P4 minus C4. And this is corresponding to CBB inverse P5 minus C5. And this is corresponding to CBB inverse B. And this is corresponding to B inverse B. And this is corresponding to B inverse P1, B inverse P2, B inverse P3, and this is corresponding to B inverse P4, and this is corresponding to B inverse P5. I think now clear. Clear how to write the table through the matrices. If you have the doubt, please share.
Sir, it's clear.
Now, the following is an optimal table. The variable x3, x4, x5 are slack. The means if I'm saying that x3, x4, x5 are slack, it means how many constraints we have? What is the meaning of this line? We have the three constraints, and all are slack means all are of less than equal to type. All are of less than equal to type. Use the matrix manipulation to reconstruct the original LP. Then compute the optimum value. Now question is what? You have, this is the optimal table of the particular problem. This is the optimal table of the particular problem. You have to make the question. So first, in the optimal table for corresponding, see, x3, x2, x1, these are the basic variable. X3, x2, x1 are the basic variable. It means, it means non-basic variable are, please see carefully, non-basic variable are x4, x5. Their z coefficient is positive. Their z coefficient is positive. And we are saying that this is the optimal table. So for which nature, for which nature z coefficient is positive, for which nature the z coefficient is positive, what should be the nature of the problem? When we say in the optimality condition z coefficient is positive, when the problem is of maximization. So maximize z. Now how many decision variable we have? If x3, x4, x5 are the slack variable, how many decision variable we have? x1, x2. So problem will be the c1 x1 plus c2 x2, subject to a11 x1 plus a12 x2. All the constant are of less than type, so less than is equal to b1. A21 x1 plus a22 x2 less than equal to b2. A31 x1 plus a32 x2 less than equal to b3. That is only the problem structure. And x1 comma x2 are non-negative. It means what we have to compute? We have to compute c1, c2, b1, b2, b3, a11, a12, a21, a22, a31, a32. That we have to compute. Means from the optimal table, you have to find the original question. So I think we should start this question in next class. It takes the time. Right? So in next class, I will start this. So that's all for today from my side. If you have doubt, please share. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.